Hi guys, today I'm making a video on how to craft a melee chest with elevated mana cost, elevated crit chance, and additional curse with OK life. So what you want to start with is you want to start with either a good astral plate level 86 that's hunter or warlord. In this case, I picked hunter because crit chance has a higher chance of rolling when you alteration spam, so it's cheaper. So what you want to start with is alteration spam until T1 crit chance to attacks. Once you hit T1 crit chance to attacks, you want to suffix cannot be changed. This protects the attack crit. And once you have this, you want to imprint because if you imprint, even if you get unlucky on the regal and the reforge, you can always bring it back, and you don't end up like wasting your base. You want regal so that you can reroll caster. With reroll caster, you will always hit spell crit or let me check. Um, it's hunter, so you can always roll spell crit or additional curse. Those are both like pretty good mods that if you elevate them, they will probably sell. So even if you fail on elevating your crit chance, you can always sell the other elevated mod. If you don't need a T1 mod here, and for example you hit T2 spell crit, you could maybe imprint it back to this point here and do the imprint regal reforce again until you have a T1. If you care about selling the bricked bases, but if you don't care, you can just go straight ahead and just Maven directly of any tier of any other influence mod. And this is a 50-50. 50% of the times you'll elevate your crit chance, other 50% of the time you'll either brick the base or you can get something good to sell. Once you're done your first base, you go on your second base, and the second base is probably easier if you just buy one. I put the searches as well on this as well. You can probably like look at the base that's already made. There's probably not gonna be any because it's not a common. Okay, there's two for sale. There are 8 exalts if you want uh, one influence, so you can awaken orbit with the awaken mod and with no other. It's not any other influence mod. So this is ready to be awaken orb. It's the only mod. Or if you don't want to buy it already made and you just want a Maven orbit yourself, you can look for a normal mana cost with one influence only, not double influence, and with a maximum and minimum of one influence modifier. So that means, for example, life recovery rate, mana cost. That those are the only two influence modifiers. So when you Maven it, it's a 50-50 of eating the mana cost, which is the mod that you want, and 50 and another 50-50 of eating the other one. And in case you fail it, you can just buy another one that's really cheap, and it's a 50-50 every time. So once you Maven both of your bases, you want to Awaken Orb. You always click first on the Awaken Orb, and then you click on the bad base that is not linked, not quality than any item level, and then you want to click on your linked chest on a good base like Astral Plate and good item level at least 86, so you can roll all the mods. Once you hit the Awaken Orb, you want to fix your suffixes. You have a few cases here. You can either hit a really bad suffix, like strength in like dex or whatever, or like stun, block recovery. If you hit any of those, you can't really touch it without gambling. The only way to remove it is annulling, but I don't recommend that. If you hit a res, you should probably just skip it. If you have no other suffix, what you can do is suffixes cannot be changed to protect the two mod that you just Maven Orb. And looking at the list of mods that you can force, we can force Cold Res, Lightning Res, and Spell Crit here. All the other mods have like conflicting tags with the prefixes, and anyway, like all the good mods that you want anyway are Res or Crit. If you want Spell Crit is probably good for custom crit, and Res for any build in general. So I showed some example of cold res. If you reroll cold res, reroll lightning, you lead some lightning. This is always the case. If you reroll cold with suffix that cannot be changed, you will always eat cold res. The tier will change though; it's not gonna be T1. If you reroll lightning, you will always eat some tier of lightning, and if you reroll crit, you will always eat some tier of crit spells. So you will have both crit to attacks and crit to spells. I recommend going with cold res or lightning res because you can swap the res to whatever resist you want after. You can make it fire, cold, or lightning. Once you fix your suffixes, and it will look like something like this: cold res, minus 20 mana, and crit to attacks, elevated, and normal res. You can start fixing your prefixes. What you can do is reroll, keeping suffix until you have one prefix open. If you already have a prefix open, you can skip this step and just go straight to this, and you do suffix cannot be changed, and you do reroll caster. If you do reroll caster here, you will always hit additional curse because it's the only on PoEDB. Hunter Hunter Warlord is the only caster tag, as you can see, caster, and you have there is another caster tag, but it's a suffix, and you already have full suffixes, and the suffixes are protected by suffix cannot be changed. So the only prefix caster that you have is apply additional curse, so you will always get an additional curse. You have some different outcomes that can happen here. You can have just additional curse and nothing else. You can have some bad mods. If you had bad mods, I recommend just suffix cannot be changed and reroll caster again until you hit additional curse by itself or a good tier of life. The best outcome is having like 100 plus life and additional curse. And then what you're gonna do next is you unveil your Aisling T4 veil the chest. This is the mod pool. There's not many, there's only 6, so the chance of hitting the mod you want is really high because you get 3 different options every time you unveil. So the best mod I recommend is increase max life and increase max mana. But depending on your build, other options are also viable. Once you veil, you click on unveil here, and you will end up with a pretty good veil mod. If you hit something bad, you can always craft suffix cannot be changed, reroll caster, and start again all over from this step. So there is no chance of breaking your chest. It's a guaranteed deterministic craft. Once you hit the build mod that you want, you can just craft life, or if you already had a good life from reforging, like 100 life or something, you can even have a better tier than life than this. This is like the finished chest is double Maven, a good res, uh, additional curse, max life and mana, and okay tier of life. Thanks for watching the video, and to the next one.